Enrico Rava, welcome to the summer in Hamburg.
Thank you.
I was just telling people that when I visited you in Italy, it was so hot. It was like 25, 30 degrees, and that was 3 weeks ago. Is it still warm there?
It depends.
Oh, you
Some
make me feel
days.
so good. It's cold there too,
Besides,
right?
I'm very sorry I don't speak any German. I can say Entschuldigung. And also I can say spazieren.
And you could say Bratwurst, because you
A
just had
bratwurst.
one. And the good one, you said?
A very good one. In fact, I'm very happy that when I go back in Italy, I can say I had a bratwurst. Well, I came back from Australia and I didn't see any kangaroo. I was very frustrated.
I saw your concert and I told you that already, that from so many different angles, the music had so many different sounds and feels to it. That first number you opened with, you know, it was such a long arc you built with these guys. I mean, that must be intentional, that you're telling those stories and you're just going, and...
Trying to get somewhere, you know.
Well, you did certainly get somewhere. The audience was very appreciative, and
good.
You know, it was a great concert.
But see, it's very easy to play with these guys because they are so good, you know. They are very, I mean, really. It's such a pleasure for me.
How did you get this band together?
Well, first of all, they are young, but in Italy they are like for me, the drummer, for instance, Enrico, today in Italy is #1. Gabriele play with me also in the other band I have, is fantastic. And Francesco is a very special. By the way, last year he won a referendum as the best Italian guitar player, so it's not difficult to find them, you know, because they are not unknown musicians.
And it seems that the inspiration really works both ways. You know, they're inspired by what you do, and you also get a lot from them.
For sure, I get a lot from them. I hope they get something from me too, but for sure I get a lot from them.
I was very pleasantly surprised when Ed Motta, who was on the main stage right before you at the same time, told me that he met you in the hotel today, and he's such a big fan, and I think you guys had lunch together or something, and he talked all about the records that he owns of yours.
Yeah, I was very surprised that he's really a fan of me, and you know, I'm always surprised when I find a fan, you know, because it's not so easy, you know.
Well, because also you are a fan. I mean, you told me that you're, you know, like a music fan first and then became a musician.
Yeah, I'm a jazz fan that plays. I'm not a musician that plays jazz. I'm a jazz fan. Now less, but when I was young, I heard so many records from New Orleans.
There was one musician in particular that you said had, you know, in the early 60s or late 50s, I forget his name, but he was an Italian American that did a record for Atlantic that you and your friends just adored.
I needed one record for Atlantic that was really extraordinary, and then everybody thought, well, now he's going to make it, you know. But after the record, it disappeared.
He was more Chet Baker than Chet ever was.
Sometimes, yes.
But I think it's great because a lot of the musicians I speak to, they never look back. You know, for them it's always important that it's ahead and they don't listen to their old records or anything old. But I think, you know, when you hear an old record for the first time, it's new. So it doesn't matter if it was recorded in '62 or... Besides
that, for instance, right now, I still listening very often to Bix Beiderbecke. I think he really gave me so much. Then I play something completely different, of course, but that doesn't mean, like I love Aretha Franklin, but I don't sing like Aretha Franklin. In particular, I don't sing. This is, you know.
But you love Michael Jackson, and then you did a record, sort of a tribute to him.
I think he's one of the main geniuses of last century, not only as a singer, as a composer, as a dancer. In fact, I have an interview of Fred Astaire to say, well, Michael Jackson is the greatest dancer I ever saw. He does things I couldn't do. This Fred Astaire. Because he invented, and then in particular, he invented the video music. Because before it was something I couldn't even look at it.
Steven Spielberg did videos for him, so...
Lucas, everyone.
Lucas, you're right. So when's your next video coming? With $1 million budget.
No, but there is a film, there is a movie. I hope they finish it. In fact, we are going to have a preview of that at the Jazz Festival in Torino, June 1st. And I'm very curious because to see it, because I know they've been filming everything I did, including when I go to the bathroom, for years. So I said, let me go to the bathroom alone, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, Enrico Rava, grazie mille.